This is getting ridiculous, and I am a little bit frustrated that we keep having to have these conversations around players that may not play larger roles for the organization. We're talking about undrafted players and the expectations being somewhat high because we need them to be. All on today's episode of the Rams Digest. I'm your host, Joshua Giron. Remember, if you guys are not subscribed to the channel, do me a favor. Press that subscribe button now, as roughly 66% of you guys are watching the videos, but you're still not subscribed to the channel. Do us the favor. Press that subscribe button so you don't miss any daily Rams content here at the Rams Digest. First things first, and maybe I'm going to sound like I'm being a little bit negative and annoyed. I'm not going to make many fans. I know some people were frustrated at what I said last episode for whatever reason, but here I'm asking us to all please stop doing this particular thing. And we're talking about undrafted free agents, talking about rookies, the expectation we have on certain players. We need to, as a collective, and I'm not targeting any one particular player or one particular website or media outlet or anything like that, but generally speaking, we need to stop cutting the Rams front office slack for not addressing certain needs by going out and hyping up these other players, right? And so we've talked about this on the channel before, a couple different athletes, but this Rams undrafted linebacker is already grabbing attention of coaching staff. This comes to us from Blaine Grisack, and I'm not trying to target this person at all either, but Rams undrafted free agent linebacker Shawn Doak is getting positive reviews from coaches. Usually we talk about these articles. I agree with most of what they're saying. I kind of like to hop on and just kind of give a brief breakdown of what's going on with the team. Say, hey, look, positive note here. Shawn Doak looks good. But I'm taking a different approach here with this article because, and I'm not trying to attack anybody who wrote this or anything, but I'm simply saying, why do we keep doing this? Why, instead of getting frustrated or asking the Rams to go out and get linebackers or asking the Rams to get corners or offensive linemen, we look at who they do have and say, oh, they got an undrafted free agent. This player may play a large role for this team. That's frustrating to me because I'm more on the side of why are we doing this as an organization? I think the Rams should just go ahead and fill the needs that they have with players who are proven in the NFL. I'm hopeful for a guy like Shawn Doak. Again, this isn't to target him specifically, but generally speaking, I'm not a fan of us being like, hey, this undrafted player, this rookie could be really good. This new signing, right, could be sneaky good. Like we discussed here on the channel multiple times. By the way, I'm still a fan of Nate Landman. I think he's going to be sneaky good for the Rams. But generally speaking, Landman, Spates will certainly be the favorites. You're reading the article, right? However, there will be an opportunity for other players to step up as well. Chris Paul Jr., rookie, was also considered potential steal in the 5th round. We keep doing this, right? Oh, now fans are saying Shawn Doak. We want to see what he can do out of Buffalo, undrafted free agent. But in general, I am a little bit like, why we keep asking, these players to have higher expectations than really what we should ask of them, right? Chris Paul Jr., a rookie that we're going to have to now expect to play heavy snaps for the Rams this year. I just think it's a little frustrating, I think, in my opinion, but hey, we'll keep reading this article here. Rams inside linebacker coach Kyren Williams seems excited to get a look at Paul once the pads are on. With that said, it has been Shawn Doak, the undrafted free agent out of Buffalo, who Williams raved about mostly because of his work in the classroom. Said Williams, this is what Kyren Williams had to say about Shawn. He said, Shawn could probably take you out here and teach you the defense right now. He's a quick study man. He really is. And that's one thing you respect from him. I think the way he plays the game above the neck and the way he had tackled in college, if he does that, Shawn is going to be another guy that will be someone to reckon with. And I'm rooting for that from Shawn Doak. I want him to succeed. I want all the Rams players to succeed. I'm always excited about any free agent signing, any rookie signing, anything of this nature, right? Anything that could help the Rams win a Super Bowl. I get excited about. I want to support, honestly, every player that's on the roster for the most part, right? Unless they do something crazy off the field. But generally speaking, I'm a fan of all players. My argument and my frustration is really coming out of we keep doing this, right? Rams need a linebacker. And I'm over here saying Nate Landman a couple months ago could be a sneaky signing. People argued with me. Oh, he's just a backup piece. He's your starter. He's now the Rams starter. And that's the frustration. I am excited for Nate Landman. Think he could be sneaky good. I'm excited to see what he can do this upcoming season. Guess what? We are going to see what he can do this next season because the Rams are forcing themselves to be pigeonholed by this situation and say, yeah, he's going to start for us. We signed this guy from Atlanta. He's their starter. Even though he may not be as talented as of, generally speaking, that we know of, he's going to be your starter automatically. And hey, he may make some great plays and be a great player for you. I'm just simply saying I'm a little frustrated. I think we need to stop this situation. I think the Rams need to stop doing this. I think the Rams need to look into investing at certain positions and going ahead and signing players who are going to have the immediate impact and not expect these undrafted players, these rookies, to have to step into these roles and have to succeed, because the Rams are not in a situation where they want these guys to grow. Obviously, we have a lot of young talent, but the Rams need to win now at the same time, right? And so that's kind of the situation I feel like they find themselves in. You can even see here with the article, a little bit of a pullback, right? Oh, the coaches are talking positively about Shawn Doak, but here Doak will need to earn a spot on the 53-man roster as an undrafted free agent. That won't be guaranteed. So you can read the rest of that if you'd like. I just want to point that out, that all of a sudden we talk about, the coaches are really happy with this guy, but at the same time, we don't even know if he's going to make the 53-man roster. I just think it's something we have to stop doing, generally speaking. I'm happy for Doak. I want him to be successful. I'm not mad at this article, by the way. I'm simply saying we need to stop expecting these guys to step in and play a heavy role, because it's just probably not going to happen. Probably not what you should expect to happen. If it does, great. If it doesn't, cool. I want this player to follow the path that they need to follow and not have to start and play these heavy snaps immediately. If you guys get what I'm saying, am I being a little too negative for no reason right now of this small little article? Let me know what you guys think about that in the comment section down below. Moving on from that, comeback player of the year. We are talking about a potential comeback player of the year when we're talking about Puka Nacua, who played 11 games last season. Yes, of course, he ended up playing well in the playoffs, but still, I think this is kind of fair to say that technically speaking, he missed some games, and he's going to come back, and if he comes back healthier than ever, then hey, maybe he actually could be in the conversation for comeback player of the year. Going from 900 yards, which he finished with last season, if he can jump up to 1,400 yards again like his rookie year, I think that definitely puts Puka Nacua in the conversation for comeback player of the year. We could talk about more of that in a second, but yeah, generally speaking, player gets hurt and they come back, they are comeback player of the year, nomination worthy, at least for the most part. I don't think there's been any crazy injuries that can really, not off the top of my head, I'm probably forgetting a bunch right now, but that can really make you think about a player who would be considered heavily over Puka Nacua for comeback player of the year. I think he does have potential to win this year more than ever. That is a super big deal, but hey, something interesting I think we can look out for next year, right? Puka is a superstar who will look to make it clear that he is one of the top receivers in the league next season. He will be better next season, and he will go into the season as a true number one receiver. That will give him a big boost because he is now the target that Stafford will be looking for. I mean, obviously the Rams do have Davante Adams, but sure, he is the number one receiver. Puka Nacua is better right now at this point in his career than Davante Adams is probably. Pro Football Network named Nacua as the top contender, the number one contender for the NFL comeback player of the year for the Rams heading into next season. Other players on this list may have missed more time than Puka Nacua, as he still played in 11 games in 2024. That said, the magnitude of his star power could make him a strong comeback of the year prospect. And yeah, I kind of agree with that, right? Yeah, Puka missed games. At the end of the day, he had to come back from an injury. He already seems to have proven that he's come back from his injury as of last year. Played really, really well for the Rams, obviously, in the playoffs. But ultimately, he could probably still be in the conversation for it. I don't know if he'll win it, but I think it's definitely something to look out for next season. And hey, if no one else is really blowing people out the water with their comeback, I don't mind Puka Nacua adding some hardware to his trophy room, if you ask me. Hopefully he adds a Super Bowl. That'd be nice, right? Moving on from that, last but not least, trivia of the day, my favorite part of the episode, where I ask a trivia question. You give your trivia guesses down below in the comment section. Whether you're right or whether you're wrong, we give you a shout out on the next episode. On last episode's trivia of the day, we asked this question here. If you missed it, here it is. Who was the Rams starting quarterback in their final game before moving back to Los Angeles in 2016? I did give some multiple choice options for the folks who were playing last episode's trivia of the day. I'll go ahead and pull that up in a sec. Here we go. We had, was it A, Case Keenum, B, Nick Foles, C, Jared Goff, or D, Sam Bradford? We have a few people guess along at home. Here were some of the guesses from last episode's trivia of the day. We had MMZ Jr. saying A or B. All right, I want one. One guess would be better, but sure, A or B. Appreciate you guessing both. He's guessing. Both is fine, I guess. Please pick one in the future. Floyd says Nick Foles. We had Juan saying, what's up, Josh? Happy 4th. Appreciate you, Juan. I got to say, I think it was Nick Foles. The real J. Will says, let's go for 2 in a row. Give me Case Keenum for the dub. Shout out to you, J. Will. We had Ken Len, I'm sorry, I can't read it. No glasses on right now. Len saying Keenum. We had Thomas saying Case Keenum. We had Brian B saying Keenum, and we had Soto. Alex Sosa, jeez, I cannot read right now, saying Case Keenum. Majority of the votes for Case Keenum. The correct answer of the trivia of the day was A. Case Keenum. So Floyd got it wrong. Nick Floyd, I don't mean to call you out, Floyd, by the way. Sorry. MM's Jr., I don't know if I can give it to you. Sorry. We'll go ahead and say shout out to Juan. Shout out to the Real J Will. Shout out to Len. Shout out to Thomas, Brian B, and Alex Sosa. A little special shout out for those folks who got it correct. But again, hey, whether you're right, whether you're wrong, we give you a shout out on the channel regardless. So appreciate you guys all for playing along with the trivia of the day. Last episode, if you missed last episode's trivia and you want to get a shout out just like these folks here, go ahead and play along with today's trivia of the day, which is actually this question here. Which player has the most receiving yards in a single season in NFL history? At first, I honestly don't really like doing these questions because I feel like it's kind of like whatever, right, type of question, because you can just kind of Google the top, people, receivers. But I do find this interesting because there is a Ram in contention here that could possibly be the one who holds the single season record. Who knows? Is the answer A, Jerry Rice? Is it B, Calvin Johnson? Is it C, Antonio Brown? Or is it D, Cooper Kupp? Who is the player? Which player has the most receiving yards in a single season in NFL history? A, Jerry Rice, B, Calvin Johnson, C, Antonio Brown, or D, Cooper Kupp? Give your guesses down below in the comment section. Whether you're right or whether you're wrong, we'll give you a shout out on the next episode like the folks we just gave a shout out to previously. Other than that, that's going to do it for me on today's episode of the Rams Digest. I really do apologize for a super late upload today. It's 11 o'clock as I'm approaching this right now. So appreciate you guys for watching, tuning in. Technically daily Rams video. I promise you guys I'm trying to get these out as soon as possible. Busy day today at work. But overall, appreciate you guys and all your support. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. That's going to do it for me. I'm your host, Joshua Giron, and I am out.